Becky Lynch makes huge return to WWE as she attacks Charlotte Flair. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. WWE fans, buckle up. The night we never saw coming has finally arrived. Becky Lynch, the man, Big Time Becks, the multi-time champion, has made her jaw-dropping return to WWE. But this wasn't your typical comeback with cheers, and open arms. No, this was a return soaked in shock, vengeance, and brutality. Because Becky didn't just walk down the ramp waving to fans. She made her presence known by viciously attacking her longtime frenemy, Charlotte Flair, in one of the most violent post-match assaults in recent memory. What led to this explosive return? Why did Becky target Charlotte? What does this mean for the women's division moving forward? And most importantly, what kind of Becky Lynch has come back to WWE? Let's dive deep into the chaos, betrayal, and the thunderous roar that shook the entire wrestling world to its core. This is the full story of Becky Lynch's colossal WWE return. The calm before the storm. For weeks, the women's division had been on fire. Charlotte Flair, as always, was front and center, reigning supreme, dominating the landscape, and reminding everyone that she is the queen. After a successful title defense at WWE Clash at the Castle against Io Sky, fans and critics alike agreed, Charlotte was on one of the best runs of her career. Focused, ruthless, unstoppable, but in the shadows, something was brewing. Becky Lynch had been absent from WWE programming for months. After her crushing loss at WrestleMania 41 and rumors of a backstage blow-up involving creative decisions and burnout, Lynch had vanished from TV. The WWE Universe was left in the dark. No official injury report, no farewell, just silence. Social media buzzed with theories. Some said she was taking time off for family. Others speculated a surprise AEW jump. But a handful of hardcore fans held on to hope. Becky was plotting something big. Meanwhile, Charlotte kept climbing higher. She declared herself the locker room leader. She cut promos calling herself the face of women's wrestling. In one segment, she boldly stated, Becky Lynch had her moment. I built this division, and when history is written, it's my name they'll remember. That quote lit a fire across social platforms. Fans began to wonder, was this just storyline arrogance? Or was Charlotte really taunting Becky Lynch? Was WWE laying breadcrumbs? In hindsight, it was all part of the setup. The chessboard was being arranged. The storm was coming. The night it all went down. It was the June 6th episode of WWE SmackDown in Cincinnati, Ohio. A stacked card, a hyped crowd, and Charlotte Flair once again in the main event. The match, Charlotte Flair vs. Bayley, a respectful but fierce contest between two veterans who helped shape the women's revolution. The two traded reversals, near falls, and a dramatic final stretch that saw Charlotte lock in the figure eight for the win. The queen stood tall, sweat-drenched, exhausted, proud. The crowd gave her a respectful ovation. That's when the lights dimmed. The Titantron flickered, a glitch effect, static. Then, it happened. The man has come around. The arena exploded. Becky Lynch's music hit, but she didn't walk out from the entrance ramp. Suddenly, from the crowd, someone jumped the barricade, hood up, face partially covered. In a blink, they slid into the ring, spun Charlotte around. Boom. A stiff forearm to the jaw. Charlotte went down. The crowd was losing its mind. Security rushed to ringside. The hood came down. It was Becky Lynch. And she wasn't smiling. She wasn't soaking in the moment. She was furious. With Charlotte trying to recover, Becky grabbed a steel chair from ringside. The crowd chanted, Holy S****, as Becky unleashed a vicious beatdown. Chair shots to the back, the ribs, the knee. WWE officials and referees tried to stop her, but Becky swung wildly, refusing to be restrained. Charlotte screamed in pain, clutching her leg. Becky stood over her, breathing heavily, looking down with an icy stare. And then she grabbed a mic. I told you I'd never forget, Charlotte. And now, neither will you. With that, Becky dropped the mic, spat on the mat, and exited through the crowd, leaving chaos in her wake. Why did Becky do it? To understand the fire behind Becky's return, we need to rewind the clock. Charlotte and Becky, two of the four horsewomen, once the best of friends, have a long, tangled history of friendship, betrayal, and bitter rivalry. From headlining Evolution to tearing down the house at Survivor Series, their chemistry is unmatched. But their real-life tension has often bled into storylines. Back in 2021, the infamous championship exchange on SmackDown saw real backstage heat between the two. According to reports, Becky and Charlotte had a heated confrontation after going off script. Ever since then, their relationship reportedly soured. Fast forward to 2024, Charlotte regains her title, while Becky begins fading from the spotlight. Her Raw Women's Championship run was short-lived. Her feud with Liv Morgan lacked fire. Her WrestleMania 41 loss to Rhea Ripley felt like the end of a chapter. But then came Charlotte's promo, declaring herself the one true trailblazer. That lit the fuse. Sources backstage revealed that Becky was originally scheduled to return quietly at SummerSlam. But after Charlotte's unscripted dig on a live mic, Becky demanded a rewrite. She wanted to come back on her terms, a source close to creative said. She wanted to make it loud, violent, unforgettable, and she did. By attacking Charlotte, her longest and most personal rival, Becky sent a message: she's not here to make friends. She's not here to play second fiddle. The man is back, and she's out for blood. Fallout and fan reactions. Social media exploded within seconds of Becky's return. Hashtag the man is back trended #1 worldwide. Fans posted reaction videos, commentary, memes, and chants from the arena. Even wrestlers chimed in. Bayley tweeted, "I was just in a match and still almost jumped out of my boots." Becky, what the hell? Rhea Ripley. Okay, this just got interesting. Trish Stratus. Charlotte vs. Becky. Again, I'll be watching closely. Meanwhile, WWE medical staff released a statement that Charlotte suffered multiple contusions, possible MCL sprain, and severe bruising. She would be reevaluated in the coming days. On Raw, Michael Cole opened the show calling Becky's actions unprovoked and disturbing, while Corey Graves called it one of the most anticipated but aggressive returns in WWE history. The WWE Universe is split. Some fans praised Becky for reigniting the fire in the women's division. Others condemned her for attacking someone from behind. But no matter where you stand, one thing's clear: Becky Lynch just made WWE must-watch again. What's next? The question on everyone's mind. What's next? WWE officials have yet to officially sanction a match between Charlotte and Becky, but with SummerSlam just 2 months away, the writing is on the wall. Triple H, in a post-show exclusive, said, "Becky Lynch made a statement tonight. But that statement comes with consequences. This isn't the same WWE she left. If she wants to walk back into the fire, we'll turn up the heat." Rumors suggest Charlotte may be out for a few weeks to sell the injury and build anticipation for her eventual comeback. This gives WWE the perfect time to let Becky run wild, attacking allies, cutting intense promos, demanding respect. Expect to see Becky target other members of the women's locker room in the coming weeks. She's not here to be liked. She's here to dominate. And the story writes itself. Charlotte returns just in time for SummerSlam, seeking revenge. Becky vs. Charlotte. One more time. A no-holds-barred match. A career-threatening stipulation. Something monumental. And who knows? Could this lead to a four-horsewoman showdown at Survivor Series? Or even WrestleMania 42? The legacy of the man. Becky Lynch isn't just a WWE superstar, she's a movement. From her rise in 2018 to her WrestleMania 35 main event victory, she's redefined what women in WWE can achieve. But this version of Becky, she's different. Gone is the flashy big Time Becks. Gone is the underdog man. What we saw on SmackDown was something darker. More personal. More dangerous. And Charlotte Flair may be the first, but she won't be the last to feel the wrath. This return has opened the door for a new era in WWE's women's division. With Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, and more all chasing legacy, Becky Lynch just threw gasoline on the fire. One thing's for sure, the landscape has changed. The man has come back. And she's not here to take part. She's here to take over. What do you think about Becky Lynch's massive